Okay, so today we are going to do something different. We're going to improve the Ruckard Zignaly template so that we have useful comments. We're going to remove dynamic RSI because it's a bit it consumes a lot of it consumes a lot of resources from TradingView. Sometimes we get timeouts. And once we have done this, we will rewrite Trailering from this new Zignaly template, and we will also do this backtest that promises a lot of stuff. And once I have done this, well, we will decide maybe this will be the new default settings. So going to show you a video, and we will start with all of this. Zignaly, all of the profit, none of the work. Invest alongside the top digital asset managers and funds. If you use my link and deposit at least 100 USDT or more to any profit sharing services, you will be rewarded with $20 worth of non-withdrawable thick coins that can be used for paying Zignaly success fees. Zignaly, all of the profit, none of the work. Invest alongside the top digital asset managers and funds. If you use my link and deposit at least 100 USDT or more to any profit sharing services, you will be rewarded with $20 worth of non-withdrawable thick coins that can be used for paying Zignaly success fees. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to prove this Ruckard Zignaly template. But before doing that, let's take a look. Is there any change? Yeah, there's this change here, which I'm going to remove because I don't think it's useful anymore. But yeah. So let's work with this template that we have somewhere. Is it here? Yes. So here we should have the Ruckard Zignaly template. Probably here. Here it is. So this Ruckard Zignaly template, which I'm going to open it down here too. Okay, I'm going to check. So the main problem here is that you don't know where the new stuff is found and so on. So this is something that needs to be fixed. So I want to have the strategy wait a moment. Yeah, so the idea is that I want to have some sections that I can use in order to add whatever inputs I need. Okay. So this needs to have stuff related to the template, and then related to our strategy, and it will be better in the long run so that we understand what you can have here. Okay, so maybe I can try to get all of this stuff with some comparison here, although this was not my main idea, but we could work on the trailering, and then so Zignaly tutorial, Ruckard Zignaly template. We can try to apply. Now let me Let me try to remove. I mean, I have a lot of this. Let me open this again. So what we want to do here is just yeah, this strategy serves as a template. Yeah, so the idea is that we have little spaces where you have stuff. So line is line is whenever you want to explain this strategy. So let's add lines here. Sorry. So what you want to do here is this strategy serves as a template strategy. This has risk management. So this is going to be I mean, we know this is a template, so this is going to be strategy explanation, begin and end. And that's it. So here we're going to have the strategy explanation begin and end. And you're going to add the strategy explanation here, including this, that this includes risk management. Yeah, okay. Let me add this here. Copy, redo. So in addition, the former strategy also includes risk management. That's why is that? Because we are adding a this in every one of them. So it was originally tested at BTC USD pair and 1 hour time frame. Okay, so this is going to be something else. So this is going to be strategy just tested pair and time frame. Okay, that's where you're going to add this. It was originally yeah. So this is it. So after all of this, what you have here is this explanation, which is the public explanation. So this is strategy public description, which I never fill, by the way. And And down here we have this thing about the inputs, which I'm going to put here. So strategy inputs begin and end. Okay. So we need something else instead of strategy. Probably you want custom strategy, implemented strategy explanation or something like that. So otherwise the strategy is too much. What about using implemented strategy explanation? Yeah, implemented strategy, although I do not like it, I think it's quite nice to have it here so that you can search for this. So implemented strategy, public description, begin, end, and then you've got these inputs here, which are nice. Then you can have some variables here, but being, yeah, the idea is not to have everything into here, but just whatever it feels useful. So this is the functions, okay? So these are functions that you want to have. You always have some additional functions in your implemented strategy, so you need to add them here if you want to use them, and that's a nice thing to have. Then you've got the super strategies. Yeah, so what you want here is you want implemented strategies, sub strategies. Yeah, that's right. So you want the super strategies to be implemented here. So that means that yeah, so that means that template, let me show you. Implemented the strategy, super strategy. So this is strategy body. So this is a template, super strategy, begin, which ends here, so that you know about it. Okay, this ends here. And then you've got the implemented super strategies. You know what I mean? That way it's better in order to understand what we have in every place. Also, we could do the same thing here, which is just using this begin and end stuff, so that is used, so that this is used everywhere. So you can have here, this is template, public description, begin, and we will end it later down here, just before the implemented the strategy one. Okay, so this is sort of a class, if you want to tell it like that. Yeah. So strategy inputs Instead of this, what you have here is template inputs. Template inputs begin, which happen to end later on here. Template inputs end. Okay, that's nice. So here you have a lot of stuff you want to, but we are only going to focus on the functions. So what you want to have is template functions. So this is just functions begin. So this is template functions begin. And later on we have template functions end, so that you can use the implemented the strategy functions. Okay. Then you've got template super strategies, which end somewhere around here, like this. And you've got the implemented the strategies, super strategy. So that this is nice. Then there is some plot, which I think we can add here, position price calculation. Yeah, so we can have this so this is something like implemented strategy plot begin and end. You've got all the plot. I mean, you can have different plots in different places, but that's the most used one is there. So we are going to add it there, and that's it. Then you might have things related to strategies here and there, but it depends on what you want to do. And I don't think you need anything more. So the idea is to have something different to what we are used to, so that it's easier to implement whatever. It's easier to implement the inputs and so on. So let's take a look at how this is different to what we had so far. Okay, so this strategy serves as a template. We just remove that. Okay, wait a moment, we can add this up here. Here. This is a template for Ruckard that interact with Zignaly. Both template and your own strategy marked as implemented strategy are enclosed by begin and end marks. Yeah, okay, so template strategy. Yeah, it's here. This is a template for Ruckard strategies that interact with Zignaly. Okay. Both template sections are not supposed to be modified and are similar to template for begin. Okay, let's add this here. Template for begin. Then your own strategy sections are encouraged to be modified. I mean, sections meant to be added so that you can add your own strategy logic. Sections meant to be added so that you can, yeah. Sections meant to be added with your own strategies logic are similar to, and that's where we have implemented the strategy here. Okay. Yeah, so let me check now what we have here. Yeah, I want to add this into 2 commits, not only one. What the hell have I done here? So maybe I can do a copy of what we have right now. Ruckard Zignaly template. So this is copy 001. No, this is a copy. Copy TMP, I don't care. So what I want to do here is yeah, probably I want to open this copy TMP and then reset everything here. Yeah, that's right. Let's reset everything here so that it's easier to understand. Now I can copy explanation. So let's replace this. Okay, this is the template, and it works like that. So Zignaly tutorial, Ruckard Zignaly template. Add a template and implement it. First explanation. Okay. So what we can do is we can copy, we can compare, I'm sure we can copy this Zignaly tutorial, Ruckard Zignaly template, copy into here and see yeah, here we have something different. Okay, let's try to fix this somehow. Probably the one that we don't want to have here is the first one, because it doesn't make sense that. So not this one, but we want all of the rest. So this is something like okay, so now we have these sections here, and we can just restore this so that it matches whatever is there. So now we should see this stuff. So we have the explanation, okay, then you've got the explanation here. Suggested parent, time frame, so on. Okay, so first of all we're going to make a new version, and then we will remove what I don't like from here, which is the dynamic RSI, and then from there we will try to implement trailering from the scratch and try to work from there, see what we get from it. So this is so we need to change the date so that it matches the day. So this is A13. Look at that. Okay, so now okay, so now I should be able to yeah, we should be able to have a commit that makes sense, which is A13. Oh, look at that, this is with an A, isn't it? So this is one version to 8.14. Yeah, so this should be oh my god, this was not supposed to be like that. Okay. Yeah, so now I should be able to push this into there. So let me show what I have done so that we can save this into the video description. So tags. This is not trailering, this is this thing here. Okay, so now we have A13, so let's edit the video description so that we can have this. Nice. Okay, so okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to remove the dynamic RSI because it takes a lot of space and compute and so on, and it's annoying if you ask me. So let's take a look, let's search for this because I'm not sure what I'm looking for. So yeah, so we have this long dynamic RSI protection and so on, which is yeah, difficult. So let me search this down here. Look at that. RSI protection super strategy. Yeah. RSI mode. Does RSI mode is used by anything else? That's a good question. I don't think so. No, RSI mode is not used by anything else, so I should be able to remove this without too much hassle. That's interesting, so let me show this here. Rounded protection RSI. Dynamic. Yeah, okay, so this is using this function, which I don't think that anyone uses because that's a lot of problem. Then RSI occurrence is neither used here, so we can remove these two functions which are not needed at all. Okay, so let's remove them, and here we should be able to remove whatever it's not needed at all, which is this dynamic stuff, which is, yeah. Okay, so this, let's work with this. So as you can see here, you can see how this means that you can use this line instead, which means do not use dynamic, just use what we have as an input. The same thing happens here. Okay, so just use what you use as an input here, and here you are. So that means that this is used here. Protection RSI is there, and we are not using it. Yeah, we are not using it. So this run that protection, this dynamic, this is not longer used. So we can remove these 3 lines here. So once we do this, we should be good. Okay, we should be good. This is the condition, whatever it is. So up here we have this dynamic stuff which we should be checking around. So if you take a look here, so we're going to search for this, see if we can find it. So otherwise, if we don't find it anywhere else, that means that we don't need to use it as an input, and we will just remove it. Okay, if we find something, it might mean that we have forgotten to remove something. Okay. Okay, so we should be able to remove this dynamic stuff. Just use whatever is this, just long RSI protection, and this is the closing part. Okay. I mean, this input should be, maybe we need some sections or something. So now we should be able to check all of this in one go. That's it. So we will add this Ruckard Zignaly template, and this is going to be remove dynamic RSI support, because this is too much stuff. So once you have removed this, what you want to do is you want to bump the version so that it's A14. That way it's much better. So A14. Okay, so now we have this new version, which we have not tested whether we suppose that works well. By the way, we could test this, isn't it? We could add a new, we're going to create a new new layout so that it doesn't. So this is temp test Zignaly Ruckard template. Let's test this before anything else happens. So open new strategy. Hopefully this is good enough. This seems promising, but I'm not sure. So add to the chart. We are not sure if this has worked properly. Yeah, it seems so. So this should not have any trades because yeah, we don't do any trades here. So we can delete this layout. How? Maybe load. What's the name? Test something. Here it is. Test. Yeah, want to delete it. Yeah, let's remove this one. Let's go back here. Okay, so apparently this is working as expected. So we have pushed this version 14. So if I'm not mistaken, I should be able to just use here 14 and we have the new version. So I'm going to edit the bit of description so that you can use this 14 version too if you want to. Okay. So this is nice. Okay. This is nice. So what we are going to do right now, yeah, it's working on the trailering strategy from scratch, but in such a way that we can use this new template. That way it's easier to do some stuff. But before doing that, I want to set the default values, which are going to be these values here. So let me modify the default values for the trailering, which it's here. Okay, so the default values are going to be something like yeah, so this is going to be, the stop loss is going to be 125 because we want this to be increased a bit more each time, if you ask me. I mean, this is not maybe the best one to have, but this is what the risk reward ratio is 1. I think we already have this. What the hell is risk reward ratio? Is here, it's 1. Okay. And then the ATR stop loss multiplier needs to be 5. Okay, so this is nice. And what the hell is this? This is A4. So let's A3 becomes A4. So what we're going to do is scripts trailering A start. Okay, so we're going to say that this is the A, not this. A4 settings, isn't it? Yeah, this is A4 settings. Nice. Now we're going to change this into A4. A4. I wonder if I can put variable here. I don't think so, but version. Okay, so now we should be able to not test this. We should be able to do a commit related to this, which we can here. So this is from version to A4. Now we can have trailering A4. Trailering A4. Look at that. So now we should be able to have this trailering stuff, which it's here. We should be able to put A4 here, and I have A4. Let's add this to the video description. Yeah, take a look at that video description. A4. Okay, so now we have A4 here, which is whatever we want to have here. And now we're going to start from scratch. So we want to copy the Zignaly template. Okay, so that's what we are going to do right now. So Zignaly tutorial, Ruckard Zignaly template.pine. We are going to copy this into trailering. So this is trailering B. It's going to be Phoenix. It means that we do it from scratch. And so now we can say something like trailering B Phoenix. We can say something like which is the last commit here, and say based on. So this is TB at the trailering Phoenix based on Ruckard Zignaly template A13, or is it 14? Haven't we added 14? Haven't we added a 14? That's a good question. Yeah, look at that, 14. So this needs to be 14. Look at that. So now we can compare stuff and see what happens. So what we want to compare is usually it's easier. Now it's going to be a bit more difficult what we're going to do right now. So what we're going to compare is trailering A towards trailering B. So it's going to help us to know what we want to copy and paste, but not too much. Okay. So the first thing we want to do here is the strategy name, if I'm not mistaken, because it's always the first thing that it's done. So use the right strategy name, and that means also using the right version. So what we want to do here is you want to open B Phoenix, okay, in both the ones here, both of the, okay. So we want to open in both of the buffers, we want to open Phoenix strategy. So you want this to be B1, date is the correct one, and down here it's going to be B1. Yeah, so this is trailering. We could just apply the difference, but and this is trailering too. Okay, so now if we compare this, it should be better. So this is B1, okay, and here we have B1 trailering B1 instead of A4, and this is nice. So what I want to check is the Phoenix. Oh my god. Not div. So you want to add this. So this is use proper trailering name. Nice. The next thing what that you will want to have is explanation. That explanation is not going to work so well. So the explanation is here on the left. And yeah. So now we can put it here. I mean not here but somewhere around, yeah, here. So the way of doing this is we are going to open the file here because it's going to be easier if you ask me. Okay, so we have A. I'm sure we want to open this also down here. Okay, nice. So on the bottom, on the top, we're going to have A, which has the data, and the B, it's going to be down here. So you want the explanation here. Yeah, so this explanation is, yeah, so here there is explanation. So here you are. So this is the explanation, and now I should be able to see it in only one line. That's nice. So added explanation on how the strategy works. Okay, this is nice. Okay, the next thing is the one about the hours, which is I'm not finding it. Make sure the strategy is used in 1 hour. Show that the strategy needs to be used in whatever. Okay, so how do you do that? You go here and just copy and paste this. So it was originally tested with BTC USD peer and 1 hour time frame. So once again, this is show the strategy that needs to be in 1 hour. Okay, so we are back. So what you have here is yeah, oh wait a moment. I need to fix this stuff. 1 second please. 52 minutes. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so you should be able to listen to me. So what we were doing so far was to show that the strategy needs to be used in 1 hour. So this is nice. So now I should be able to update this. You can see the differences that we have here. So risk management, this thing here, something. Okay. And then we have this public description, which we are not going to use. This change. Then you have template inputs and so on. Here we have some inputs that needs to be fixed properly. So first of all, I'm going to apply these settings here, which is this thing here. Yeah, maybe I should refresh just in case I have not done this properly. So I want this to be applied, this one to this one, this one, this one. Not this one. Okay. So these are the changes. Okay. So template settings. Template default settings were modified to match the trailering strategy requirements. So basically, so this is strict mode to ignore other side movements of other side advices, and then a big ATR so that it has some it has some bars to be oh, that's a good question. How the hell do you translate this word? Okay, so big ATR, also take profit, has to be turned on. Strategy exits when a take profit is reached. Okay, so this is nice, if you ask me. This is nice. So yeah, look at that. Yeah, let's check more stuff. So now if we refresh, we can check more stuff. So we should have some inputs that were not. So this is the inputs that we have removed, and these are the inputs that are exclusive for this trailering strategy. This needs to be put here. This is going to be modified manually. So let's do it. So these inputs are found somewhere here. Yeah, that's right. So we are going to copy them in such a way that down here, which is B, are going to be put here. I'm not sure if I want this with some spaces. Yeah, probably with some spaces so that you can have more stuff later. Okay, so now you should be able to see this and say hello. This is very nice. So this is trailering inputs, trailering specific inputs. Okay. So now, once I compare this, I can check how the inputs are here. So this is nice. So here you have some specific init variables from the strategy, which usually doesn't happen here. So this is 390. Let's save this, and so 390 we should have this new variables that we are using. So this is something like strategy something implemented. Yeah, so this is init variables. I mean, I don't want to be this in the template, but because not you are not always using this, if you ask me. But right now it makes sense to add them here. Okay. So now we should be able to have this. So this is the specific trailering variables. Okay, nice. Let's refresh this again. Okay, we have this RSI function that we have removed. That's nice. We also have functions for the strategy. We don't have any of that because it's too simple for what we want to do. So the RSI, which we have modified here, in here we have the template strategies staff. This needs to be done manually because, as you can see, it's not good enough for adding this. So we want to squeeze this into here. Let's do it. Let me check 680. So 680 on A, which is down here, and then this needs to be found somewhere similar. Yeah, here we have the super strategies. Damn it. Okay, so trailering logic is going to be found here. Okay, and that's it. We have the trailering logic. Which is quite simple if you ask me. It's very simple logic. So this is added trailing logic. So the next thing is to use it, if I'm not mistaken. So now if I just implemented the strategy. I mean, we've got the logic, but the logic also has everything down there. So we should probably add this as an append now that I think about it. Yeah. Plot, which I'm not using here. So this is all the stuff about also the trading strategy, doing something or something else. So let's apply this. Let's apply this too, and this. How many stuff we have here? Risk reward ratio. Here we have a problem because we have the plot too. We are not supposed to have the plot here, if you ask me. So we should have another commit for this. Wait, are there many more lines? Yes, there are. Okay, so let's apply everything else, and later on we will do this manually. Okay, so now we should be able to do something. So this is the rest of it that we want to take into account into the logic, whatever logic we have here. So you want to add this and amend this because this is the trailing logic. However, once you do it, if you refresh everything, you will notice how there is something missing, which is here. This trailing plot needs to be removed, if you ask me. So this is 1034, which is 1152. So 1152 here. Yeah, so here we have a plot which I'm going to remove from here. Nice. So that means now we should have this thing about enabling something, which is how much trailering and so on that we have here. So this should be into the last commit about the trailering. Now, the last trailing about the trailering has this, all of this stuff, which is initial stop loss, something. It has a lot of stuff. Also the Zignaly calls that get modified so that they work properly. So what about what about checking the last changes, which are the plot ones? So if we refresh this, we should have a lot of changes that we can safely ignore, because it's stuff that we have already taken a look at. This is a plot that sometimes cannot be used, and here we have a plot which I'm not sure we need this space down here, or do we? Yes, we need it. Okay, so now we should have this, and we can say something like we plot the strategy, which is a common commit that we have. Yeah, so I'm not sure we plot the strategy, we use it. I'm not sure if this is the right order, but now we should just use it so that it does something nice with it. So we shouldn't have anything here. So we should just say that we have modified these two lines. So look at that. And so this is going to be we use the strategy. No, how the hell? Trailering super strategy. Yeah, was used. That's right. Okay. Once we do this, we just have to bump the version, because otherwise changes that we can find here are not useful at all, are for dynamic RSI, and that's it. So yeah, so let's remove this, and now let's work on B, which is here. Let's remove on B. Let's work on B, I mean. Let's bump the version to B2. We should be right here too. Look at that, trailering. So let's bump this here. Let's see what we've got. B2, B2, B2. Okay. So So this is going to be one version to B2. Did we add? Yeah, we add the one. Yeah, so this is going to be B2. Nice. This is nice. So now we should be able to take a look at where the hell are you here. So this should be B2 and this should be B Phoenix if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully this works as expected. Yes, it does. So I'm going to edit the video description so that you can take a look at this file too. And that's it. That is right. So we have managed to do all of this. Yeah, before doing anything else, let's try this. Let's compare with whatever we were using so far, so that we can say, hey, this is the same thing, or no, this is not the same thing. So this is the trailering, which has this with we are doing long only. So here we want a new strategy. So let's copy and paste here. Yeah, trailering B2. That's nice. That's right. Bitcoin turns 14 years old. Okay, nice. Okay, we have just add this. Let's add this to the chart. It should take less time. It should not have this stuff about you know, look at that, it's exactly the same graph. Let's change it to short only here, which is the A3. Look at that. Now we're going to change into here. We're going to say short only, and it should take a bit less than the other one to have exactly the same result. So we're going to ditch A3. We're going to keep B2 and work with that. So this is what we have done so far. Okay. Where the hell are you? Trailering. Yeah, so we have managed to improve the Ruckard Zignaly template. We have rewritten trailering. Okay. So the next video is going to be about backtesting all of this, which we already have by default, and see what the hell, see if it's worth it, if we have a net profit or not. So going to show you a video and we will end the stream. We might continue later. Yeah. Zignaly, all of the profit, none of the work. Invest alongside the top digital asset managers and funds. If you use my link and deposit at least 100 USDT or more to any profit sharing services, you will be rewarded with $20 worth of non-withdrawable thick coins that can be used for paying Zignaly success fees.